Even if you don't really know where your money go daily, I'm gonna show you how to find it in this video. This video is gonna be two parts. The first part is I'm gonna give the ideas that what people can do. And then after that, I'm gonna show you the price details so you can see it, difference like how much you can save it by doing little bit of good practices. So number one is in the morning when I wake up, the first thing I do is I make the black coffee, which is I use this brand, which is from Aldi. If you can see it here, it's a decaf because I kind of drink decaf to keep it simple. My life, and I use this Keurig cup thing that I bought. This, it came with this, and it is rinse and reuse. So I scoop this one with this, and I close it and I put it in my Keurig cup so it won't spill anything. And then I use a Keurig cup. I've been using it for 4 years for this same machine. It has been saving up money for it, and I bought it on the discounts. So this is a cup that I drink. You can see it's a black coffee. It just brew it. It's extremely hot now, which is super awesome. So I make the coffee. When I'm brewing it, I usually check my accounts, checking account, saving account, all the investment account, retirement account, all the money related to it. And I also check the YouTube account and making sure, and my work account, everything's okay. So for a person that if they drink coffee from Starbucks or Dunkin's, or it could be fancy local coffee, and it could cost a lot of money. It could be like, $7, it could be $6. I haven't been to Starbucks for a while. I usually go to Starbucks when I have a gift card, so I don't really exactly know how much exactly it is, but I have some ideas. It's about $6-7. So I made this coffee, so I already saving $7, right? At the second part, at the end of my video, I'll show you my real cost, so you can see it. The numbers is a huge difference, and you're gonna so excited that you can not wait to save money. Number two is like we eat breakfast. Like everybody eat breakfast in some ways or forms. So what I do is I usually eat breakfast, but I don't eat it right away. But I want to show you what my average breakfast look like. Something like that, like cereal, I'll eat it, or I just drink hot milk. That's about it. And I know I'm kind of a little bit weird. So I also eat the fruits like this. And we kind of rationalize our fruit. So you can see here there's some trash car in the back, so that's okay. Hi, waving at them. So here's an apple. So we bought this is my slice of apple. This is my banana over here, a little bit getting color. And this is my orange. And the rest is my son's. He's gonna eat it later when he come back from school. So we eat one slice of apple, one part of the third part of the banana, and a slice of orange. If the sliced oranges are little baby oranges, then we eat little baby oranges, one for each person. So average person, they will eat breakfast either at the McDonald's or either at the Starbucks or either at their job office cafeteria. It could cost about $4, $5, $7. Depends on how expensive or how premium it could be. So with the child, if their child is eating at the school, and it could be about $12. And then if they ended up if they have to go to their job very early as a parent, they have to drop off their child at the daycare, before care. In United States, it's about $4, depends on the state, it might be vary. And then when you start driving, then you're gonna start using gas. So I use this website, I'll show a link for you. So you pretty much can put what kind of car it is, and what models, and what name, what year. And after that, you calculate it from to and backward, twice. So you kind of get estimated numbers. But average person, if the person is driving like even like one round trip going to office and coming back, it could cost them about 30-minute drive. It could cost them about $10 per day. So that's kind of like a morning routine for a person spending versus I'm spending, And then now we go to lunch. Now we eat lunch. Our lunch box when we used to go to in the office is like this, similar like this. So it's a glass, if you can hear it, and this is a plastic. So it has a 3 portion. So you pretty much can I usually put rice here, or noodles here, or some kind of grains. And then I put my vegetable here, and I put my meat here. And that's when I usually eat it. I make sure maybe the other version can be, you can put a lot of vegetable here, and rice and noodles, and this is like meat. You can do that too. If you are more health conscious person, I think there's nothing wrong with that. So it's kind of like portionized. And I usually warm it up in the microwave, and it's voila, it's done, It's super easy, it's washable, and I really love it. I think I bought it from Amazon like long time ago. Now we don't use it anymore right now because we eat from home, at home. So this is created portions, so it save money and then make it like, when it's done, it's done, you know? And you can reuse it over and over again as long as you care for it, because it's glass, it can crash, so you have to be very careful. But if a person eating out from the restaurant, it could be about $7 per person. If a family of 3, then multiply with 2 for adult and plus a kid. A lunch is usually at the school is like, you know, $3, $3.25. It could be $2.75. Depends on the person. So my calculation is more like average and estimated, so not exact number for each person. You are where you are, and we are all different individuals, so calculation might be slightly different for you, so you can calculate it. I'm just giving you main ideas that what we can do in order to save more money. As human, we kind of like to eat snacks. Snack is one of the favorite things. It is fun to eat it, but we have to be very careful how we eat it. So the kind of snacks that we eat to save money is like this. So we eat this, kind of like, you know, from Aldi. I usually chew on it, almond nuts, or this is like kind of unsalted, you know, some other nuts. So we kind of eat it. If we go to, like on the road, we go to what we do, we usually put those things in the back, you know, some kind of crackers, anything, we put it here. They are like reusable. You just dump it and you just like wash it and you just like dry them, air dry, and you just close it and done. If you're in the office, when you buy a snack at the vending machine, it could usually cost $1, $1.50. It could be $3. Depends on how many bag of snack you picking up. A candy bar, you know, stuff like that. They're quite expensive. Do not underestimate the snack. They're super expensive. And now you're going to on the way to drive to go home. At the traffic, you know, some of the traffic can be very daunting. And I hear you. I've been there. And sometimes you're like, oh, really hungry, and you just want to grab something, but you don't know what to do, so you just stop by at the QT or Wawa or just some random shop, and you grab a cup of soda or grab another snack. It could simply cost $3, even more, you know. So what you can do is you can throw a couple of those. It does not cost you too much. Just put them in like 4 or 5 of them. Just dump it. Or another way you can do is have a bag like this. What is this? It's like all the Halloween candies that we got. I mean, you'll be surprised. And the Halloween, you can get M&M. Yeah, another M&M. And you got Skittles. You can like think about all things like, oh, that's one of my favorite. And this is my favorite too, Sour Patch Kids. So good. I love this Sour Patch. I discovered it very recently from my son. I never eat it in my whole life. I discovered it last year. He showed me that, Mommy, I love Sour Patch Kids. I said, what is this? And it's very sour. I mean, I think I'm gonna eat it for you. You're welcome. It's really good. What flavor is it? Sour then sweet. I don't know what flavor it is. Anyway, I think strawberry. Or maybe, I'll let you know. It's strawberry. So you put a couple of those in your trunk, you know? No, not in your trunk, in your compartment at the front. So you don't put it in the trunk, so it will be hard for you to get out from the traffic. So you just put it in the compartment, you just grab a couple of those. But it can be very sugary, so be careful. Do not put a lot of those in your compartment. It could be dangerous for your health. So just put more of those. It helps much better for you. I made the video about the Halloween, like scary saving or something. Go and check it out. It's kind of like a little bit color, a little bit weird, but the content is really good. So you can just turn it on, listen to what I'm saying, and it's better if you don't want to watch it. That's totally cool. As long as you get the information out of it. So I'll link it above here for you. You can just watch it later. Next one is that dinner time. It is one of the money sucker, right? Dinner time, like, I don't know, like I'm Asian. I like to eat Asian food, you know? In the past, I'll be like just grabbing to go, you know, Panda Express, Chinese, China, whatever, you know, everything. So I love it. So I just grab them and go home, and it's not good. But nowadays, I've been practicing for year after year. I'm not grabbing it China Express anymore. I'm not grabbing from Panda Express anymore. I grab it from Mirror Express at home in my kitchen. And as far as I know, in very surrounding area, I'm the only Asian that I know of myself. So I'm just gonna cook it myself, and I'm gonna serve my family, and I'm gonna serve myself. So average dinner, it could be like a person going out from, buying from the restaurants or even to go. It could be cost like 30-40 bucks. It is extremely expensive, because like people order 1 meal, 2 meal, like 3 meal. Like at least if it's a 3 people, you already order 3 people, and then you want some kind of breast steak, you want some extra this and that. It becoming so much added. And restaurants are really good at selling you. They say, do you want drinks too? Do you want dessert too? Everything. I would usually say no, no, and no. And don't forget though, I forgot one thing to say, which is the aftercare. So let's say you have to work in the office until like 5 o'clock, right? Or maybe 6 o'clock. But then your child school is over, and so he or she need to be at the aftercare. It usually costs $8. $8 a day sounds like, oh, it's okay. No, it is not okay. $8 a day is added up a lot in a month, and added up a lot in a year. And then some people like to eat dessert after the dinner. I was born in Burma. I lived in Thailand for a year over, and I came here to the United States. I don't really know dessert per se. I am okay without dessert in this world, but maybe I can enjoy here now and then, But dessert, we have like this. Can you see it? It's a little bit dripping because of I take it out from the freezer a little bit ago to show you. So it is the Aldi dessert. It's a strawberry ice cream. And then we have like 1 or 2 flavors in the house. Again, this is for my son and my husband. They like it, so I keep them. Whatever flavor they want it, I buy it, Not every week. Depends on what it is going on. Not every month either. Depends on what we have in the house. And we can just switch and like rotate things around. I'm going to show you the slide sheet that you can see. And I'm going to come back. I'm going to walk through the money saving routine daily. So make it easier for everybody for visual purpose. I make it into morning, afternoon, evening. So in this video, please be aware that I'm not comparing like somebody is bad and I'm good, or whatever you're doing is wrong, or it's not that judgment at all. This video pure purpose is that I'm just been practicing to make our family household finance better in order to achieve the bigger goal that we have, so that way we don't keep getting the change or all the debt that we have for the mortgage. I know mortgage people doesn't usually think that way, but this is a final thing that I can tackle it together, totally freedom in the finance. So that's why we're doing it, and we don't feel like suffering. We feel so grateful that we can do it. We feel so content, and we feel so joyful that it's like a game that we play, and it's so fun. So I hope that you can see it that way, and then have a chance to try this and maybe in love with it. So let's go. Morning is average person drinking coffee. It could be $6 or $7 in the local coffee shop or maybe Starbucks, something like that, on the way to work. But I'm fortunate that I am fortunate that I can work from home. So I drink a black coffee from Aldi, and $8.25 for the whole box, and I divide it by 30, multiply with 2 cups that I drink, so it's like $0.55. It's a give or take, right? Someday I drink 1 cup, someday I drink like 3 cups. Maybe I dilute it a little bit more and less powder I use, less ground coffee I use. So it depends. I play around with those things. And then gas is that driving to and from, right? So like maybe I calculate as like $10 per person for that person that who is driving 30 minutes on the way on coming back home. Maybe he or she use a lunch, for the gas. It's just average number. And mine is like $1.28. How I get it is like I drive to school, dropping off the kid to go to school, and come pick him up to go home. And that is my daily route pretty much, Again, someday that they're holiday, we don't go to school, right? So there are things like that too. But I just put it as much as average as I could be. The breakfast is average person would eat like $5 a meal, 2 people in the family, so 1 child, so like $12. I'm doing this kind of like analysis, like assessment, like you call it, auditing, as a terms of like a 3 people family house. So if you're only 1 person, obviously you just play with that numbers. If you're 5 people, added up 2 more, depends on kid, or is it parents there or whatever, just figure it out. And my breakfast is like fruits, apples, orange, and banana. We eat a third of it, each person eat it, and plus a cereals or milk, something along the line. Maybe it could be breakfast bar, maybe mostly cereal that we eat. So like $1.95. And then before care, we don't have it because I mirror the before care for our child. And then every person that before care is $4. It is up to, depends on what state you live in and in what school that your kids go to. So I guess that is up to it. And so that is the morning portion. I think it's so easy when you split it into 3 portions. Afternoon is like lunch and snack. And I think lunch is like we cannot avoid it because we're kind of human. We kind of like to enjoy our meal, which is awesome. So average person lunch could be like $7. Being like sometimes I just making a like maybe more generous version of it. It could be, I don't know, a person can eat $5 lunch. Again, I do not know. I didn't go out and eat often enough that I understand that. Lunch is like a $7. So lunch is like $7 per person, 2 person, plus a child. So it's like $3.25. So make it $17.25. Our lunch is very related with our dinner, so I'll explain that to you in a second. A snack is, I love snacks. I mean, especially when I used to work in the office, I would like to go to snack with my friend, pick it up, snack out our choices, and it is so fun to do that. And did I regret it? Absolutely not. It was a great time that me and our coworkers have together. It's so fun. But again, I kind of feel like, oh, I can do better. So since I work from home, my snack is pretty much, some nuts that I have or some fruits that I have, or maybe just a cup of tea that I have. That's it. So I calculated me, my husband, and my son. So it's like 75 cents per day. So if you go and pick up the snack from the vending machine, it can be very costly. It can be like, I don't know that they have like a less than $1 less. I don't usually see that. Maybe where I used to work a very expensive vending machine. I don't know. So a snack can be like, could be $1.50, could be $2, could be $3. Just put a generous snack amount. So the evening is like traffic snack. I know it sounds funny. What I call traffic snack is like when you're at the traffic, when you're on the way home, you're exhausted, you have a good day, you have a bad day in the office, whatever you do. It's just extremely exhausted. You just want to get something in your belly to keep going, picking up the child or go to the grocery store or filling the gas or whatever you're doing, you got to keep going. So you're just like, okay, I'm so tired, I want to get something. That can cost you a few bucks. I don't see that a person going to the grocery store and get out and not grocery store, a person going to the gas station and grab something, It can be more than $1 with the tax and everything, so much. So if you can avoid it, have a bag of snacks in your car, in the compartment, or make a little, to go bag in the car, leave it there. Some nuts, so they won't melt, they won't freeze. The nuts, you can just eat them. So just like something that you can chew that doesn't give you any more calories or any more sugary stuff, keep it somewhere of them. So that will help you. That is what we have in the car all the time. And so that's what we have. So they can save you money, And after care is $8, same thing as the before care. Depends on where you live in, right? It's like $8, but we don't have to pay for it, so we are very grateful for that. And then dinner is like average person can eat out or maybe pick up or order in pizza or whatever, something Chinese takeout, whatever, order it. It could cost about $35, added up this and that and drinks and snacks and dessert and everything added up. So it could be $25. I doubt that it's $25. It's like they say that on the research say $40. So make it $35 being generous. And our dinner is how it works. I'll explain to you right now. So our dinner include, I'm gonna use one protein, which is we are not vegan or anything. We eat protein, we eat meat. Especially my husband like to eat a lot of meat. So but let's say we buy a chicken leg, right? Drumstick. Let's say it is like at Aldi is like $5.67 for the whole bag. It has like a 14 drumsticks. So I used to divide it into 3 dinner, literally. But my husband like to eat more meat, so I make it into 2. So we got 7 drumstick for the dinner and the lunch. And then 7 drumstick for next different time, So I'm going to focus on only one. So let's say the bag is like $5. You divide it by 2 is like $2.50. and $2.50, and then I put a little bit of onions, a little bit of celery in it, and then I might chop it down the little long sticks of carrot into for us to eat some chew snack, and so there is our our dinner with a little bit of rice on it. So that is our meal. I know it's not glamorous, but it has all the proteins in it. It has all the vegetables and fibers into it, things that we need for our nutritious purposes. So that is so I divide it by 5, and then multiply with 3 for the dinner and multiply with 2 for the lunch, because my son eat lunch at school from us at school, but we can make a lunch for him. So his lunch is pretty similar to what we have. Sometimes he will have a chicken soup, Sometimes he will have a bread with cream cheese or something that he would like, and then some fruits and vegetable for him. So here, same thing, similar like us, but something that he can carry to school, from home. So that's how I calculate it. And dessert is again, I put it 50 cents for us and a person for $5, because our dessert is not glamorous. It's just a box of ice cream that we were eating a scoop or 2 scoop, every other night for my husband and my son. And if my husband want to eat it more, then he can, but for me, I don't really eat it because I don't usually have a sweet tooth, so I'm okay with that. I'm gonna show you next slide. It's just super exciting. Are you ready? So this is the average in our household. Again, that comparison is only pure purpose is trying to see how you can save money too. You can save more money than me, or you can save less or more. It's up to you. So average person is $104.25 multiplied with 22 days. It is total spending is 2,293 days. Ours is $10.24 a day multiplied with 22 days is 225 days. So average saving monthly for us, not even Saturday and Sunday included, average total saving monthly for a household is 2,068. Isn't it so exciting? I think it's a pretty per month saving. It is crazy. Again, depends on every household. If you don't have a kids in the house, or your kids are already grown up, or you're already in retirement age, that could be huge different too. You may not be the same amount of spending like me or the average person. You might be in the between. Maybe you might be a little bit extreme. You might be a little bit lower than me. So whatever situation you are, free to share with me. I would like to learn from you, and I really appreciate your time here. If you are new, and if you're already healthy, wealthy, mogul, please go ahead and don't forget to put a little thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Talk to you soon.